Okay, so since I recorded the Insidious video a couple of days back, I've actually seen Insidious Chapter 2. Now, it's supposedly James Wan's final horror film, because he said that he's done with horror, but it probably won't end up being. I was extremely impressed with it, actually. It was quite a fun film to watch. Not as scary as people are making it out to be. In fact, it's not really that scary at all. But it did have one of my favourite jump scares of all time, where the woman in white appears. If you've not seen the film, then I'm not going to ruin what happens to you. But it's absolutely brilliant, and probably the best jump scare from any film ever. So, same cast as last time, even the woman that died at the end. She appears in the ghost world, as you would expect, because she can't. Well, the character appears back in flashbacks from the past, but obviously not the same person. I want to talk about the ending first, though. The ending is clearly leading on to a third one, but you never see what the woman sees, which is quite interesting because you've got no clue as to what it is. Obviously, it's something worse than the Black Bride's. For those who aren't aware, the Black Bride is a man who was forced to dress up as a woman by his mum. His mum was the woman in white, and the woman in black that you think you see in the first film, it's actually a man. Very unusual twist, and it explains why Patrick Wilson was haunted, or I don't really know what it is when it's demons. I'm going to continue to say haunted, though. Haunted by demons. I mean, it explains all of that, and the bit at the start is absolutely genius when you watch it, because it comes into play later on in the film. Because he gets stuck in the ghost region, he can't remember where to go to stop the Black Bride's mum, and he ends up going back into the past to himself when he's being recorded, and his past self shows him where to go to find her, which is an extremely interesting twist, and something which didn't really make much sense at the time, but looking back at it, makes sense now. Quite an unusually dark film, though, and it's not quite as just ghosts and demonic possessions as this time. There's a lot more fighting, and it's a lot more violent than the previous one. I was about to say ones. I was going to say there's only been one so far. It's not done what the Paranormal Activities did, though, with releasing a sequel and absolutely making the sequel worse. The sequel is probably better than the first one, which is quite odd. Some very unusual aspects in this, such as the dice and the victims. Now, if you've not seen the victims, that's quite a weird bit, and it will disturb some people who's just expecting it to be demonic possession again, but it's genius. From start to finish, this film is utter genius, and it's going to be remembered as another James Wan classic, along with Saw and The Conjuring. What would I have to give it? 8.5 out of 10. Not scary at all, but a few good jump scares in it, and the end will leave you wanting more and more and more from the Insidious series.